Hi Jody, how are you?
Good, how are you? Welcome everyone to our Love Your Life event. Today is the 27th, Tuesday the 27th of March, nearly the end of the month. My name is Jody Smith and I just want to thank you for jumping on tonight. So glad you are all able to join us. If you are here tonight to support someone you care about in their new venture, then thank you for being here. And if you are here to get a bit of a closer look at what some of us have been up to, then we hope you enjoy all the stories and shares that you'll hear tonight. We certainly enjoy our time together each week. So tonight we'll be sharing an amazing product and program that is behind this business, and hopefully get a few of your questions answered that you may have had. And if at the end, if you still had some questions, then I urge you to reach out to the person who invited you or sent this to you and get them answered. So we'll be hearing some amazing stories tonight. But firstly, a little bit about me. I found out about our amazing products about 2.5 years ago now. And it was a time in my life when I was very stressed. I'd actually found out that I had breast cancer at the age of 36. I thought at the time that I was quite healthy and I was certainly looking after my kids' health very well. But when I look back, I wasn't really filling my body with much nutrition. I was introduced to our incredible whole food products to help reduce inflammation and build my immunity as I went through my chemo. And I got through very well. I didn't get the sicknesses that were going around, the mouth ulcers, and I was not too tired either. Just a minute, darling. Just a minute. So I'm super grateful to have been introduced to a product that I can now use on the entire family and feel confident that I'm filling them with goodness each and every day to help reduce the chances of us ever having to go through something like that again. You don't know how much or realize how much you appreciate good health until you don't have it anymore. And the health lessons that I've learned along the way have changed the way I think about healthy eating forever. So that's enough about me. I would love to introduce the beautiful Kristen to really share a bit more about the amazing product and program for those that don't know much about it yet. And she will share some of her incredible story with you also. So I'll spotlight you, Kristen. Go for it.
Awesome. Thank you, Jody. Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to get to share with you all tonight a little bit about our incredible products and program that have completely changed my life. So first of all, to share a little of my story with you, I'm a single mum to 2 little boys. They're 6 and 8. And when I was pregnant with my second baby, I developed a chronic condition. It affects my vocal cords and it basically completely compromised my immune system. I was sick, exhausted, run down all the time, absolutely struggling with my health, physically and mentally. I had back-to-back surgeries. I had 10 surgeries in the space of 4.5 years. I woke up and went to bed every day with a headache. I had no energy. My sleeping was horrendous. My skin was terrible. My anxiety was through the roof, and I was having panic attacks almost on a daily basis. My kids and I were just sick constantly. We caught every single bug that was going around and it would knock me off my feet for weeks. And I was very much just not coping with life, I guess, as a single mum in particular. And I had my long-term management plan from my specialist was that I just go back and have another surgery when I need it. And on top of that, he wanted me taking all these medications and synthetic supplements to try and help my condition. And I did try a few over the years that didn't help at all and made me feel really unwell. And the biggest thing for me, the thing that worried me about all of this was that all of the medications and things he wanted me to try were covered in warnings all over the label and these lists of all these potential side effects. So it might help my voice, but on the flip side, it's going to be doing all this damage to my body. And I just wasn't okay with that. And I thought there's got to be something else out there. And I started doing my own research, and that's when I came across these products. And I decided to give them a go, and I've been on them for nearly coming up to 2 years now, and they've completely transformed my health. I'm now in remission from my condition. I used to have surgery every 8 weeks to 6 months, and I'm now 18 months surgery free, which I honestly thought would never happen. I know my voice sounds a little bit dodgy still, but for me, in the past, I couldn't even talk above a whisper. I couldn't read to my children, and now I can do all of that. My anxiety is under control. I sleep well. My skin's cleared up. I have energy. I just can't even explain how much it has turned my life around. So the products I'm talking about are Juice Plus. These are our core product, our fruits, veggies, and berries in a capsule. It's nothing synthetic. It's just real food. It's encapsulated, which keeps it alive and avoids oxidization. And inside each one of these little capsules are thousands of phytochemicals and living enzymes. So the first two big things for me with this is that it's a food label, so you can see what's in it. You can read it, understand it. You don't need a science degree to figure it out. And that there are no health warnings all over the label. So unless there's you're actually allergic to one of the foods that are in Juice Plus, it's safe for everybody. Breastfeeding and pregnant mums, elderly kids, anyone can take it. So for me, that was incredible. Juice Plus is just real food. It's in the right balance, the way nature intended it. So your body actually recognizes it and absorbs it. And that's a really significant difference as well that I noticed between Juice Plus and synthetic vitamins and supplements, where your body doesn't recognize it and you just end up peeing it out. So prior to starting on the products, I did a bit more research into it to make sure that this was something that was going to be safe for me to take. And I was blown away by the research behind the product. It's been on the market for well over 20 years now. It's stood the test of time in terms of safety and results. And there have been, I believe, close to 40 or over 40 now peer-reviewed gold standard medical journal published studies done on this product. So for me, as a lay person that has no, medical or science degree or anything like that, that gave me the reassurance and peace of mind that I could give this a go. So Juice Plus is really about bridging the gap between what we should be eating every day and what we do every day. It's not a replacement for eating fruits and veg. So the recommendations now are that we should be having between 9 and 14 serves of fruit and veggies every day, which is a lot. And even for people that may be able to do that sometimes, I know there would be some families that there's just no way they would be able to do that. I've always been quite conscious of what foods I'm putting into my kids' bodies, but to get 9 to 14 serves in every day, and not just the quantity, but the quality and the rainbow and the variety, you're getting it with Juice Plus without all the guesswork, without all the stress and the hassle. So for me as a mom, that's a huge win. I know that my kids and I are flooding our bodies with this every day before we've even walked out the door to go to school. So in terms of the kids, these are the kids' gummies. And our company is known as a company with a heart, because for every adult that is on our products, you get to sponsor a child for free. Any child between the age of 4 and 18 for up to 4 years. They get to take these products for free, which I think is just incredible. There have been over 1 million children that have taken part in this study, and the results are coming back that these kids are eating more fruits and veggies, they're having less days off school, less doctor's visits, they're drinking more water, they've got better dental health. The list goes on, and my boys are both on these products for free, and I've definitely seen the results for them. They've both gone from having eczema, one of my boys in particular, horrendous eczema. He's now nearly 2 years eczema free. And my other son was just constantly sick from the day he was born with coughs and colds and runny noses. And he's now the healthiest he's ever been. And we had a 12-month period of not one day off school, not one doctor's visit. Like just the money I'm saving on medications and doctor's visits and time off work and everything is incredible. So as I said, one of the benefits of these kids eating more fruits and veggies, Juice Plus is a really great catalyst for change. So like attracts like in your body. So when you're eating rubbish, you're going to crave more of that. When you're flooding your body at a cellular level with all of this concentrated nutrition, you're drawn to more of that. And so I've seen with my own kids, within weeks of starting on these, they were actually craving and asking for more fruits and veggies. Their palates opened up, so they were eating a wider variety, and they went from eating it because they had to, and they had to eat their veggies on their plate, to actually loving it and wanting it. And so to have been able to facilitate that love of whole foods in my children, again, I think is just incredible. Our other product are our omegas. So these are another capsule product that we have. These are fairly new, which is really cool. These are like a fish oil substitute. So they're a plant-based omega blend, taken the fish out and gone straight to the plant source where the fish get their omegas. This is vegan. It's a really awesome option for people that either don't like or can't eat seafood. It actually tastes really yummy. These have been amazing. I've been on them for maybe nearly 5 months now, and pain that I've had in one of my knees forever is gone. So our last product, because we're not a catalogue company, are our shakes. We've got our complete powders. These are a super clean, highest grade vegan protein powder. They come in chocolate and vanilla, and these are delicious. They're amazing for people who need convenience. For me, I skipped breakfast every day, so now I have one of these as I'm running out the door. It can be lunch, it can be dinner, it can be for that 3 p.m. slump, and instead of reaching for a chocolate bar or going through the Macca's drive-through, you have one of these. They're packed with so many amazing superfoods. Again, they're safe for everybody. My kids have these. They're incredible. So they're our products, and to complement and support our products, we also have an entire online health program which you get access to for life for free when you take our products. So the program, it's all hosted through Facebook, so it's really easy to connect in. It's family friendly. It's all about making changes for life so that you never have to diet again. There's no deprivation. There's no calorie counting. It's just all about healthy, sustainable living. And it just takes the guesswork out of it. So you've got, these are just a couple of our amazing recipe guides. There's a shred, there's a cleanse, there are gratitude practice. Everything's there for you. There is so much incredible value in this program, along with the products. And I've shared with you what they've done for me and my family, and I could go on all night about it, but I won't. I'm going to pass you over now to Hayley, and she's going to share her story with you guys as well.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for that. I don't know where to begin. So I've been taking Juice Plus for about 10 months now. And before I started, I was a mum. I'm a mum to a baby girl, and she, everything wasn't fine because I was looking for something. I just felt lethargic. I was always tired. I'm breastfeeding as well. And there was just a lot of things that was in play. I had eczema as well, and just wasn't myself, and I was looking for something, and I found Mummy's on a Mission, and, they introduced the products. I wanted to try them, and I've loved them ever since. I've tried every single product, and it's really good for me. Like, in terms of, I've lost 9.5 kilos to start off with, which is like, yoo-hoo. And the second thing is I'm able to just pretty much use the program. I love the program so much. I'm doing the shred. I've done the shred twice, and I've lost not a huge amount, but 5 kilos each time. And it's been great. Like, I just love what it does for me. It gives me so much energy to get out of the house, because I know mums, we want to stay in house. We want to just be in our own little cocoon. But just getting out there, just walking, and just meeting other mums. I think that's the biggest thing for me. My daughter, who wasn't eating any veggies, now because she's breastfeeding, she's able to have everything that I'm having. She was on the chews. She didn't take a liking to them, only because she's only 2. But I ate all of them, so it's all good. Anyways, so I enjoy being on the program, being on the products, and I love sharing them. And I don't know what else to say other than, like, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Hayley. Love hearing all your stories. That's certainly one of my favorite parts of this business, is getting to share a product and hear what they are doing in people's lives. Sometimes they're just incredible stories of healing, and sometimes it can be something as simple as they help to create that change along with the program for
Yeah.
Getting your lease back on life. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing tonight. So that was what I originally loved about our business. And when this is my husband Bart, when we were introduced to the business after I got through my journey, I didn't really have too many expectations, but I knew that I could share a product that I loved already and believed in. So I started sharing it, and before long I found out that I actually really loved sharing what this business can be for us as well, because for us, my husband's a plumber, he's got his own business, and I was having to look at going back to work. We've got 3 young kids, and we'd chosen for me to be a stay-at-home mum, and I'd done that for a good many years, but it was looking like that was going to have to change. So this came along at just the right time, and now we've been doing this business now for 2 years. We've been able to create such a difference in our lives. I haven't had to go back to work. I'm creating more than a full-time income, and I get to share this incredible business with all these amazing girls and watch them shine and make changes in their lives as well. So this business is an incredible thing that's come into my life. But there were a couple of skepticisms that came up, and I'm going to let Bart share what they are to clear them up for you.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for that introduction, Dal. Loved your stories there, Kristen and Hayley. Love that's what this business is all about, is sharing stories, and they always blow me away every time I hear them. So I just love to hear those stories. So when I started in this business, actually when we started, we had Brian and Fiona, our good friends, come around, and they mentioned to us about the business opportunity one afternoon after church, and we trusted them. We were pretty well blown away by some of the successes some of their friends had created in this company in such a short amount of time. So we had to get some questions asked, and one of those questions was, is this a pyramid? Because we didn't want to be involved in anything like a pyramid. To be honest, we didn't really know what a pyramid was, but all we knew was that they were really uncool. And if anyone knows Jodie and I, they would know that we would never be involved in anything that would be uncool. So they assured us that it wasn't like that. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit of how this business is not a pyramid and what a pyramid business really looks like. So I actually went from school one week as a 16-and-a-half-year-old boy, and I went into the workforce the next week. And this was a development company that I went into. And there was a CEO at the very top making all the money, and there was lots of labourers at the bottom. And there was a few different levels in the business. We had L for labourers, we had A for apprentices, T for tradesmen, we had some foremen, F for foreman, and we had some. Can you get me another pen? That's not really working. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
And then we had some O for office workers. Okay, and there was a couple of positions that were going in the business. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You look at me like
no.
Okay, so there was a couple of positions that were available in the business, and there was say that was me in the middle there. I was looking to get an apprenticeship, a plumbing apprenticeship, and I was going for that position, and there was a whole heap of other guys going for that position as well. And there was a little bit of backstabbing going on behind each other's back, trying to climb that ladder. There was and these apprentices, there was a couple of apprentices already there, and they were going for a couple of tradesman positions as well. And there was a bit of backstabbing going on there, and it was a bit of a negative environment. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't work well in a negative environment. I much prefer a positive environment. G'day, Beck. Are you okay?
Keep going.
Oh, sorry, you were waving at me. I thought you wanted to say something. So that brings me to this business model, guys, which is shaped a little bit more like a rectangle, but with a open top, and that's open deliberately because there is open positions as a national marketing director at the top, NMD, and down the bottom we all start out like these labourers. heaps of little labourers, VS coming at the bottom. And like this structure, we have a couple of levels. But the difference being, instead of fighting for these positions, everybody's helping each other get to the top, and it's a much more positive environment. And I much prefer to be in a positive environment. I thrive more as opposed to a negative environment. So I hope that debunks the theory for you that this may be a pyramid type model.
Unlimited positions at the top too.
Yeah, there's unlimited. I think I mentioned that. Yeah, there's unlimited. Just in case anyone missed that, there's unlimited positions at the top. So yeah, and they go that way and that way. They just keep on going. You just can't stop at the top. Okay, so I hope that clears up the question whether this is a pyramid type model, because it certainly isn't. Another skepticism that we had was, or a question that we had was, do you need to know lots of people? Because Jodie and I were just a simple plumber and a housewife, and we didn't know a lot of people. We were kind of busy doing our own thing. We were actually off Facebook when we started this business. We'd been off there for, I think, about 6 months. Basically, our uplines, our friends said, no, you don't need to know a lot of people. So there was us in the beginning. I'll just say us. We knew Belinda, our great friend that lives over the road, Belle. So we shared the product with her, and she fell in love with the product and decided to do the business. She had a friend, Beck, that she shared it with. And then Beck was travelling around Australia, and she was able to do the business while she was travelling around Australia, which was pretty cool. And her sister heard about it, Rach. She was a little bit sick, so she decided she'd jump on the products, and then also decided to do the business after that. Point being, Jodie and I, we just knew Belinda in the beginning, but Belinda also started to share it with a couple more people. So did Beck, and so did Rach. And these guys, you can see here, as they continued to share it, we also started to share it a little bit more as well. But it starts to grow a little bit like, which has recently been coined, the popcorn effect. So your business just pops away. Even if you take your pedal off the metal, your business will continue to grow as these guys share stories, which is what this business is all about. I love hearing those stories about, the eczema and losing 19.5 kilos, Hayley. That's an amazing story, and that's what this business is all about, is sharing these stories. And so in the beginning we knew Belinda, and that was all we knew, but our business has grown now. We just love that, and I hope that debunks that theory for you that you need to know a lot of people to be able to do a business like this. So I'm going to pass that back over to you now, Dal.
Thank you. Awesome explanation. So we are going to hear a little bit now about how we get paid, which is exciting and fun. And I'm going to get Jen to share that. So thanks, Jen.
Hey ladies, so my name's Jen and I'm a mama of 2, and as you hear from the other ladies and Bart, that this really is a product that transforms lives. And I started off, I was a tired and depleted mama, and it's absolutely transformed my health and my family's health, and also supported an amazing second pregnancy, which has just been incredible. But what really excited me was the fact that there were opportunity here was something that would allow me to stay at home with my now 2 kids, but it was my little boy at the time. And so instead of having to, put the kids in daycare from 7 to 7 because I worked an hour away from the city, I'm able to work in stolen moments around them, helping people improve their health and stay home with their kids as well. So it's an incredible positive thing, and I'm so excited that I get to share with you how we get paid, because it is actually a direct reflection of how many people we help, both with their health and then also with their freedom and flexibility to say yes to more. So the first way we get paid is, I'm losing things here, is retail. So this is the money we get paid as a result of our own personal sales. We call this a recommending business. So just as we would recommend a hairdresser or a restaurant, I've just seen the Thermo in action for the first time, and I'm never going to be able to shut up about it, but I'm not going to get paid on it. So we just genuinely love a product that we genuinely share a product that we genuinely love and see change other people's lives. And we all know a lot of people that can do with upgrading their health, and fruits and vegetables and health is never going to go out of fashion. So then all we need to do is pop the order through a really straightforward virtual office, and then head office takes care of the rest. So they pick and pack and ship the order off, so we don't have to hold any stock. There's no we don't have to deliver any stock, and there's no monthly minimums, which is awesome. So that's our retail profit. The second way is commission. So as you move through the levels, you actually pick up a little bit of extra commission on your products. And then as your team grows and and they move up through the levels, so you pick up, as you help them move up through the levels, you pick up some commission on their products that they share, because you are, it's a teach-to-teach business, so you're helping them with their customers, so you actually get rewarded for that as well, which is lovely. We call this commission the residual income, or the beach money. So as Bart was saying, that the popcorn, the team keeps growing, even if you are kind of out of, not in as much action as normal. So you might be in a season like you go on a holiday, or you have a baby like I did. So I was still in those early days where it wasn't as active, I was still picking up that residual income, which was just incredible to have something still coming in when I wasn't there on the phone every single day. And that's what a lot of people in this business get into it for, this residual income and the commission. The third way is bonuses. And we all love a good bonus, because what big corporate company give bonus anymore in cold hard cash? So not product, not something hanging around off the floor stuff, but actually we get rewarded cash as we move through the levels, and also as our team move through levels. So as we're helping them grow and reach the levels that Bart talked about, we get rewarded as well. So we have a little bit of a thing, okay, I've lost my word, a ritual in this team that we spend our bonuses on ourselves, or part of it, so that we can actually spoil ourselves, because as mamas we always put ourselves last usually. So I know I spent my first bonus on getting my hair done, and then other bonuses on some clothes, some jewelry, holidays, all that kind of sorts of nice stuff. So that's basically how we get paid. And so I'm going to hand over to Beck, and she's going to share her the story about being in the biz.
Hi Jen, thank you. That was an awesome share. So I'm a mum of 4 kids, and when I started in the business last year, they were 12, 10, 6 and 4, and it was on my mind to go back to work because my littlest boy Jonas would be heading into full-time school like the other kids, and that was always kind of the plan, to go back, but I just wasn't ready. And I thought, why should I go back to work when my oldest son Jarrah had me for at that stage 12 years, and then go back to school when Jonas was 5. So I clicked on a link about earning money from home, and they're so noisy, about earning money from home, and that's kind of what happened for me. So I have been in the business for nearly 12 months, and I love spending the money on myself, because especially the bonuses. Like the first time that I got a bonus, I bought my husband a fishing rod and reel, because he has always been the income earner for the last 13 years. And that my whole thing was about coming into the business and earning money from home. But what I have found, besides the products, like they have just changed my life, but that's a story for another day, is the uplifting, empowering, beautiful community that we have. Being a stay-at-home mum, I've had a lot to do with other mothers, and it's a very competitive, and sometimes it's not a nice group of people to be around. So, you know, this business is just amazing, and I think that it's something that can change so many women's lives. You know, we are stay-at-home mums, a lot of us, or we work part-time, and you know, the community that we have and the things that we can do, you know, I found that society has changed and a lot of mums have to go back to work, but this business gives you that opportunity to stay at home. Like my youngest boy is not settling into transition at all, and I'm not having to dump him and run. I can now take him to school, and if I have to be there for 2 hours for him to settle in, then that's just what I do, and then I come home and have time to work on my business. So yeah, that's how I'm going at the moment. And like Jen said, loving on people, you're just sharing the product. That's what I've done. I'm at the stage now where I am earning an income enough to pay for my products and for my family, and you know, I've got all these beautiful customers, and all that has happened is they've approached me and said, you know, wow, you're looking great. You don't have bags under your eyes anymore. What are you doing? And, you know, your skin looks great. And I used to have an undercut, and it took me 6 months to grow out instead of 2 years. And, you know, so it's just loving on people, and that's the best thing about it. Anyway, that's it from me, and I'm going to hand you over to the lovely Jenna, who is going to share about her business as well.
Thanks for sharing that, Beck. I couldn't agree with you more on, you know, the points on the community and being involved with this amazing group of people. I didn't expect it at all. In fact, I actually tried to politely run a mile from this opportunity when the very lovely Bart spoke to me for the first time. I was very, very interested in the products, as you heard earlier on. They are phenomenal. We were really excited to see our daughter's eczema heal in the first 10 weeks of being on the products. We saw a lot of health regeneration that we didn't expect. So believing in the products and being able to recommend them was an absolute no-brainer. But as I said, I was kind of like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks when it came to the business. For me, I watched a training session, and shortly after I'd reluctantly agreed to giving the business a go, just between y'all and me, I was just pretty keen to get discounts on my product. But yeah, I was a stay-at-home mum with 2 kids under 2 at the time. I was pretty bored. I was pretty detached. Like Beck was saying, I found it really hard to sort of connect with people and get fulfillment out of those connections. So watching training was a no-brainer. It was either that or boring TV, and I thought, I'll give this a go. And I think I cried the entire session, just listening to another woman around my age telling her story of empowerment, how she liberated her situation, the community, the tribe that had her back and supported her through that. By the end of that training session, I was hooked. I never felt that. It set my soul on fire, and I was so excited, and I dove straight in. And it's safe to say I really haven't looked back since then. And just this community has carried me through a lot of changes in my life recently. The business itself financially has supported me into single motherhood, which has just been a blessing to be able to maintain our previous lifestyle as a single mum. I don't know many women my age that have been able to do that in similar circumstances. You know, I can pick my kids up and drop them off from kindy. They don't have to go to kindy if they don't want to, but it's nice for me to get mum time. I have coffee dates. I don't have to go out and get another job, so that's been phenomenal. But like I said, it's the financial revenue has been amazing and a blessing, but the emotional revenue that I've gotten from the community and the support that I've gotten from all of these amazing people in this event and hundreds more, it's just, I've never heard or seen anything like what we do. And we get paid to change people's lives in the process. So
winning. That's pretty much me. I think it's back to you, Jo. Thank you so much, Jenna. So pleased that you decided to say yes to the business and join us. That was awesome. I love hearing your story. And I love what the business is doing for you and your little family, and love hanging out with you all the time. All of you ladies, such an incredible event tonight. Loved all of your sharing and what this product and business has done for you. You know, I can't believe this is work for us. We get to hang out and, you know, we call this work. Our lives have certainly changed incredibly. You know, we've been able to reach that NMD position and wouldn't have done that without all these amazing ladies, and can't wait to help them achieve that position as well, which won't be too far in the future. You know, we get to dream again. Bart gets to look forward to getting off the tools altogether, and
love getting off the tools.
We get to, you know, look forward to holidays that we missed out on all the time when I was home with the kids. You know, we saw our friends go away and we would have to stay home because it was just not in the budget on one wage. Now, you know, tomorrow I'm taking the day off. I'm going to spend the day at the Kids Sports Carnival.
Well, we're both taking the day off.
We're both taking the day off. We're going to watch the kids smash out the cross country, and can't wait. You know, these are the fun things that we get to do, and we just love being able to share this opportunity with other mums too that miss out on that stuff. It's really, really exciting and fun for us to do. So thank you so much again, everyone, and Bart, for sharing tonight on tonight's event. And to those of you who are watching us back or are on here supporting, thank you so much for listening to us. And I look forward to seeing you all again really soon. Thanks, guys.